So hey guys, it's been, I don't know if I want to say a week, um, or a few days. Can't really remember because I've been doing so much, um, so many other projects, and so this is just pretty much like this channel is pretty much like um some spiritual investigative work between me and spirit. So, like I said before in several videos, the posts, they're not going to be like every day, every week, every month, or, sometimes maybe months before I make a new video, upload a new video. But it has, been, I've been receiving the download for, days now about Chris Brown and what has happened to him and Rihanna. Sometimes the truth is, I get tired of talking about her, and I'm not a vlogger, I'm not a blogger. I'm a messenger using these social media platforms. My purpose is way greater than this, which is why I don't do this every day, every week, every month. But like I said, there is a case where she is involved. Okay. And I think maybe I want to talk about this on my inspirational channel in regards to people's perception of money. So I'm not going to touch on this here, but let me just talk about Chris Brown because I actually have a video that I made last year, or was it early this year? And excuse me, I privated that video because, like I said, there's some videos that I tend to, private until I get further confirmation. And I'm just realizing more and more, like I've been saying, that spirit is always accurate. It's like just being in this 3D realm, it just questions anything that is not 3D or physical. You feel what I'm trying to say? And that's a part of the whole experience in being human. But still, we're spiritual beings, having human 3D experiences. So we ought to learn how to understand that though we're sorry, I'm moving around. Though we're having human experiences, we gotta remember that we are spiritual beings nonetheless. That's what I'm trying to say. And never forget that, because even with receiving downloads from the higher ups, sometimes it comes out a bit hazy and funny, and we gotta like connect the dots to make what seemingly doesn't make sense. Okay. So he was hexed because the same thing that happened, like they hexed ASAP Rocky, Rihanna, and her mother. They did that before. They did that to Chris Brown. And I mentioned that in that video. Not I didn't mention her mother because that was further clarity and download that came to me. And if people notice, some people may say, "Oh, it's because he abused her," and America and the world has no tolerance for abusers. That's not true. That's not true. Okay, and I'm gonna divulge further on because there's so many people who have been. Let me just clear this up now, because I may forget. There's so many people who have uh, uh, been in domestic violence altercations wherein which they were supposedly villains, and that did not shape their reputations. Some, not everybody. Okay, the ones whose reputations were shaped, you can definitely say that the supposed victims were some, malicious person out there who got a vendetta against them, went all out to destroy their reputations. But that shit don't destroy anybody's reputation to the point where in which it, affects their cash flow majorly. That's now where you enter the realm of sorcery and black magic, where a bitch and her mama, does black magic on you, obia, voodoo on you. Yeah? so as to, fuck up your life. And, you can, and other people can interpret that as it's because of what you did to them, and it's karma or the world's response to what you did. It's nothing like that. Because what another thing that you guys need to understand, every time she takes these men with her to Barbados, why do you think she still has that connection? She's not into Bajans. I did a video too, and that one was privated, where in which she doesn't even love her people. And so people, they see her go there time and time again because they think that she's got this love, this affinity for them. If it's not true. That's why I say that Pisces frequency, Sun in Pisces, is very illusionary. You gotta have your third eye open. A lot of these bitches be saying, and ninjas be saying, they're woke. They got their third eye open, and they be kissing these celebrities' asses. And a lot of these celebrities are asses. You feel what I'm trying to say? So how the fuck is your third eye open? A lot of gimmicks and illusions and manipulations taking place. Even up in the spiritual community, they bring in that bullshit. All the time. All the time she takes them to Barbados. She did take him to Barbados, back to Barbados with her when they were fooling around before it came made public that they were seeing each other again. And that's when they be doing the root work, the root magic. They be doing the magic, the what do they call it? Bottle magic, root magic, yeah. And that's to keep them put in a certain frequency where it's like no matter how they try, they cannot elevate, they cannot rise. That's some wicked bitch kind of shit. Why do you think that Spirit is dealing with her in certain ways? Spirit is dealing with her in certain ways. Let me tell you, you see whatever you see happen to motherfuckers this year, yes, karma. Fuck last year. Last year, a lot of good people experienced a lot of fuckery. But this year, yeah. And it's been coming in from late last year. I said that. That's how she got knocked up. She's confused. She wanted to get knocked up, but she didn't want to get knocked up. And then by the time she was certain she didn't want to get knocked up, it was too late to abort the kid. That's how a lot of bitches be on. That's how a lot of bitches be. And like I said, and like we know, that kid ain't even ASAP's baby. That belongs to a Sagittarius who's married. So she wanted to keep that, not unencumbered, that, free-spirited, I don't got any responsibilities energy. But at the same time, she wanted to create trouble and make trouble. But it's like I be telling a lot of these celebrity women, they be getting knocked up and intentionally be sacrificing these babies. Sometimes it's not them. Sometimes it's their partners. Sometimes it's people. It could be people around them sacrificing their babies. Bitches, coming close to them, wanting to be their friends. Oh, our kids will hang out together. They'll play together. Whilst that bitch and that bitch is feeding off of your baby's energies. Because that's that Eight of Pentacles manifesting. Something coming to life through the death of something else. So you find out all of a sudden you be hanging around this chick, and you were pregnant, and all of a sudden your baby dies. It's the bitch who claimed that she wanted to hang out with you. She wanted your baby and her baby to hang out, and she was like all up in your business, like, oh, all of a sudden this bitch want to be my friend. So you got to be careful. But like I said, a lot of them have sacrificed their ability to procreate by I said this in that sacrificial video, but it's on that channel. A lot of people, let me put the link to that underneath this video. But a lot of people, not just celebrities, but people, women sacrifice their ability to conceive. Men do this to their women, so you gotta fucking be careful of some of these men. But a lot of these women sacrifice their ability to procreate so they can have wealth. And then when they get to a certain age and they cannot procreate, bitches be mad. They trying to like do some, vampiristic kind of shit, like feed off of other women's abilities to procreate. You feel what I'm trying to say? And to confirm this, I was actually on YouTube yesterday and I saw a video of, I don't remember the title. I'm going to just paraphrase. It was saying like this woman sacrificed her ability to have children so that she could be beautiful. I'm like, damn. You see how bitches be sacrificing their wombs so they can get certain, vain stuff like beauty and wealth and, fame. And then they sacrifice, some of these people sacrifice so-called loved ones, family members, relatives. It's real. This shit really happens. Sacrificing really happens. And we talked about Shensia. She sacrificed her mother. Why do you think all of a sudden her mama dies? You guys just connect the dots because the Matrix wants you to think that it's just a coincidence. But coincidences don't exist. Everything is a sign and omen. It's synchronicity. So where is the fucking coincidence? So I'm not even sure where the hell I was because I had to see my sons off to school. Yeah. So I'm back a few minutes later. Not that you guys would have, known if I did mention. But anyways, yeah, so a lot of women, they've sacrificed their ability to procreate. Some men, they too have done this. Some of them, as what Spirit is saying, their mamas took away that ability. I don't see how that was even allowed because, that's something, that should be something that, only you have rights to, but like I've said, I think I've said this before, some people gave birth to children so as to use their bodies as hosts. So when they, at a certain point, they try to sacrifice their bodies in the sense in which they try to kick their spirits out of their bodies so that their spirits can possess these, people's bodies, their own offsprings. And so it's really fucked up. It is fucked up. There's a lot that is going on that people need to understand. And when you tell some people, they say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Oh, you cuckoo, you nuts. And that's because their 3D minds, it's going to be shattered for them. It's like, you got some technology that is just too small in the sense that in terms of processing size, if you tell it certain things or if you try to, encode certain shit onto them, they go haywire. They malfunction completely and therefore becomes null and void and cannot be used, not even for the smallest shit anymore. And that's because their small processing size could not contain or fathom whatever information you were trying to encode onto it. That's how some people's minds are. It's really hard for their minds to fathom. Moreover, for their minds to fathom, moreover, to accept and to believe the truth that is spirit. A lot of this truth gonna make a lot of people crazy. A lot of people are already going crazy. Now, I've said on other platforms, other accounts, that we all have mental illnesses. So that's why nobody should be bashing a chick with bipolar, because, bitch, you probably bipolar too. Or you probably got some chronic anxiety up in that shit. Okay? Or schizophrenia. Or you probably got psychosis. Or you probably a psychopath, a sociopath. Or you probably got OCD. There's something up in that bitch. Okay? And it is a part of you being human, because that's the 3D aspect. That's 3D. Density. Damn. It's like I'm preaching. I feel the spirit, man. And I'm not playing. I'm serious. I can sometimes feel like rushes of energies through my body, like I'm straight away connected to the divine, to an energy source that, and that's another thing, because a lot of people, they interpret this feeling as religion or being religious, like it says, because their minds, like I said, I did say it. Spirit led me to say this. It was a download. Because I remember whilst I was waiting outside with my sons, I remember anytime when I do that stare, like my body, 3D body, is on a small break. My spirit is activated to a greater degree. On a regular, it's like 50-50. But then it's like the body pauses, and it's like the spirit is like 90% and the body's 10. And so it causes the body to be immobile or freezes at during them times. And I'm like connecting to source, receiving information. And this is what I received, I realized, because sometimes when I do that stir, sometimes that freeze, it's like, okay, maybe a few seconds later, I realized the message that was being sent to me, transmuted to me. Maybe minutes, sometimes hours, maybe a day, maybe a few, who knows? The magnitude and the essence of that message. But understand what I'm trying to say. And for us to process certain shit from spirit, sometimes it besets or it puts aside the physical body. And a lot of people, their physical bodies cannot manage. And you know how you get to that place? By engaging in stoicism and meditation and detaching from the crowd, detaching from vanity, detaching from the 3D. Because sometimes I find myself, I be with spirit, I'm not doing anything. I be just here, just meditating for hours. And I don't eat anything. And I don't force myself not to eat. It just comes naturally. Because I'm in a, frequency where I'm connected to divine. I don't feel hunger. I don't feel any desire for 3D gratification. It's been a long time since I've watched TV. Long time. Or even, listen to the radio. The last time I used to listen to the radio was listening to BBC. That was when, they broke the news of the pandemic. That was the last time. I'm so detached from society, but I'm still connected because I know what's going on through spirit. And spirit leads me to certain videos and certain information at certain times to connect the dots. So I was touching on this religion shit. A lot of times people may, spirit is trying to talk to them. It's not that they're really connected, but spirit is trying to transmute some message to them. And their processors are just fucked up and just incapable of, interpreting or decoding their messages. And so they start acting all crazy. And they start feeling like holier than thou. And then they make themselves into pastors, bishops, evangelists. All of those got quotations around them. You better know that, bitch. So they make themselves into great motherfuckers. When all was happening was motherfuckers receiving downloads. And some of them may even relay certain messages. And it may turn out that it's true. But bitch, that don't mean that the path you're on, being a religious nutcase, is true. Spirit is for all of us. Spirit talks to all of us. But some people, they don't know how to process that experience or that relationship. They feel like they gotta 3D up every shit. They gotta formalize, 3D up, physicalize every goddamn shit. Oh, now you this, now you that. Bitch, you just a spiritual being, still having a human experience like the rest of us. Ninja, the same. You understand? So I'm gonna touch back on the Chris Brown shit. They hexed the ninja. They put some real heavy work on him. Some root work that is keeping a motherfucker hooked. Especially for the fact that he's an earth sign. But let me tell you something. Something bad's gonna happen. Because Chris Brown was also born during the year of the snake. Plus he got a north node in Pisces. That ninja is like a triple earth sign. He's an earth trine. His north node makes him his north node is sun frequency, because he's a sun in Taurus, and he was born in the year of the snake, 1989, same year I was born. Let me tell you that you don't fuck with that. You see that Virgo frequency? I've been telling people, do not fuck with a Virgo. Whether we a year of the snake Virgo or we a sun in Virgo, as long as we didn't fuck you up. And people make mistakes, okay? I'm not justifying what happened, but let me tell you something too. Sometimes you see people get up and they do wicked shit. They're possessed to do certain things. Let me just tell you, because there are people who've done shit, and then when, you know, a while after, they be like, they don't even say this shit to people. They just don't even, because like they think people are going to think that they're crazy. How did I do that? I don't know how I snapped and did that shit. That's why it's so important for us to practice grounding and balancing our energy, so that people can't easily manipulate us and possess us to do and say shit. Whatever we do and say, we got to want to say and do that shit consciously. And, you know, that nobody's supposed to control it subconsciously. There's supposed to be that connectivity between our conscious and our subconscious, in which they are aligned and in tune, non-separate from the other. We got to be subconsciously conscious, in other words. But he was fucking with a bitch whose mama is a wicked witch and is herself a witch herself. A wicked witch. A lot of witches about this place. Good witches, bad witches. But she met up with another witch, because ASAP is the year of the fucking dragon. You feel what I'm trying to say? 2 Leo frequencies right there. Now coming back to not messing with Virgos, because people don't know, Virgos are protected by spirit. Virgo is that other half of Mercury, okay? But it's that introverted aspect, that aspect that is seemingly hidden. Gemini is the extroverted aspect, the exuberant, the one that is upfront like Leo. But Virgos walk with spirits, and spirits walk with Virgos. Same with the snake. The snake itself is a creature, an animal that represents spirituality. It is like it's not Scorpio, Virgo. That is like, Virgo is that thin line that separates spirit and body, the physical and the spiritual. You feel what I'm trying to say? Yeah, Virgos are the ones who transition your ass from this lifetime to the spiritual realm and to other lifetimes. And let me tell you something. That's why you don't sit down and judge people. Because some of us will be going through shit for 20 years, 10 years, however long, but we will get justice. Like how we see Johnny Depp is getting his justice. A lot of these bitches, they do shit and they play victim. Let's not forget that she also attacked Chris Brown. People, they don't mention that shit. That's why, you see, I don't fight a man. Sea lights raining and there's the sun rising at the same time. Confirmation. I was just talking about that Virgo. That's like the Virgo. The rain during the sunshine. It's raining, but it's a sunny morning just the same. Huh. You feel what I'm on right now. Yeah. I don't fight. I've been in situations, many relationships. I'm not an aggressive person. I'm not confrontational, but I speak my mind. I will tell you my mind. A lot of these ninjas, especially here in this culture, Jamaica, I noticed it's like, oh, you should not speak your mind. You should see and blind. And I speak my mind, even if I know a ninja gonna attack me. I don't know, maybe I got a knack for pain, but I'ma speak my mind and stand up for myself. I've been attacked many times. Okay? Those relationships are over because I ain't gonna stay with that ninja. Because that's the first step for me to detach from you. When I see that you have no control of self. I'm not gonna attack you. I'm not gonna attack you first. And I'm not gonna attack you after you attack me first. Okay? I don't do that shit. Because I know naturally, even if you were walrus kind of woman, you're not stronger than a man. Men are innately stronger than women. I don't care what a bitch want to say. Even them bodybuilding bitches will be trying to match up to men. I don't care. Average wise, the norm, men are stronger than women. So I'm not going to attack a ninja and feel like, oh, he's so weak to me, he's not going to attack me. Or I'm not going to, oh, you attack me, I'm going to, in a fist fight with you. A lot of these people say they respect the Bible. They're growing in the church. Didn't they hear the scripture or read the scripture? A soft answer turneth away wrath. Grievous words stir up anger. It's like that can be taken figuratively. It's like somebody attacking you and you choosing to, engage in that attack. What the fuck you think gonna happen? Somebody gonna die or get hospitalized. But a lot of these bitches, they be trying to prove shit. And when they get beat down, and they cry. I'm not supporting domestic violence. I'm just teaching women. I'm teaching women out there to act like fucking women. Stop be trying to one-up these fucking men. Is you a lesbian? That's the only way I would understand. And what the fuck you doing with a man if you're a lesbian? Because a lot of these women, they expect to attack these men because, they feel bitchy. And when they get fucked up, they cry domestic violence. But they're the ones who first attack these men. Bitches you gotta get a hold of yourselves. They attack you, two wrongs don't make it right. Because if he attacked you and you attack him back, you no longer a victim, ma'am. Both of you were fighting each other. Okay? Yeah, it's as simple as that. So it's gonna come to a ground or place, a grounding where in which there's gonna be equality where domestic violence is concerned. Because a lot of women, they're playing on the system's softness towards them. It's not working anymore because a lot is being revealed. Now, if you never laid hand on a ninja, he attacked you, you didn't retaliate, man, come on. I mean, like, if you know he was going to kill you, don't get me wrong, and you felt like your life was endangered or threatened, then if you got to stab him, shoot him, fine. I'm talking about altercations where in which a bitch knew her life wasn't in danger. So don't come for me. That's what I meant. That's what I freaking meant. And that's what I meant. You know when your life is in danger versus when your life is not in danger. It's quite as simple as that. You have some of these women, they play aggressors. They provoke these men. And then when they get beat down, they cry foul. That's another thing. You provoke these men to attack you. You all up in their face. You want them to attack you. You're not speaking your truth. You're not standing up for yourself. You're not voicing your concern like some of us do. You wanted them to attack you because guess what? It was a part of the sacrificial ritual because you were going to get big off of them going down. And that's the fuck what happened with Rihanna and Chris Brown. She got big off of him going down. The Rihanna and Chris Brown. That's the ins and outs of Rihanna and Chris Brown. So she sacrificed his career, his reputation for hers. Because remember that interview that she did on Good Morning America. That was one of the biggest motherfucking interviews. And she did put on a fucking show. And that was a fucking act. That was a show. And I don't know, for me, my eyes, I'm gonna just say this. I can see BS. I can see the truth. I can see what people they try to hide. As a Pisces rising, I can see what you try to hide. I will always, when I look at you, that's why some people they're afraid to look me in the eyes. You don't even got to look me in the eyes. I just got to look at you. I don't even just got to look at you. I can just touch you. I can hear your voice and know what you try to hide. It's not just my eyes. But when I look at you and you are projecting, you're casting an illusion that, oh, you feel sad and you're not really sad. As authentic and real as that seems, I know you're lying. Because what my eyes they see is truth. My eyes will never deceive me. Because my 3D eyes are connected to my third eye. It's not everybody who got that gift. Okay? Not everybody got that gift. Let me just say that. That's for Pisces rising. I see what you're trying to hide. I see. You don't have to be in front of me. You could be miles of fucking way. I see your insecurities. I see your secrets. I see your deeds. I read your mind. I see everything. I more than read your mind. I know, I see what you try to hide. I see you. And so it doesn't matter how many people these people they deceive. I cannot be deceived. And he is going to get some form of recompense, a guerdon, for what he's been through. In some way, shape, or form. Because yes, you fucked up her face. You fucked her up. But they orchestrated that shit. To sacrifice Chris Brown's career so that hers would rise. So whilst his plummeted, it went down, her rose. If you notice, the more he seems to fade or phase into the background, the more she gets some form of recognition. No, just fucking notice that shit. I don't know if y'all have been observing over the years. She even tried to snatch his voice. And that fucked her up. That's why she hasn't put out any music for a long time. And she decided to, do something else. Still feeding off of his energies. Gotta be careful of people with their rising in Sagittarius or their Mars in Sagittarius. Those people, they love to project their will on others. And they love to feed off of people's energies. You got good vampires, you got bad vampires. You got good witches, you got bad witches. But them vampires are bad vampires. The Sag risings. You got to be careful. And Mars in Sag. Rihanna got her Mars. I think she got her Mars in Sag. If it's not in Sag, it's in Aries in the Deacon of Sag. I believe she got her rising definitely in Aries in the Deacon of Sag. Or Leo, which would equate to a sun in Sag. But that Sag energy, something about it is very, they love to project. Sun in Sag, Sag rising, yeah. Sun in Aries, Leo rising. You got to be careful of them. So they project, they will like do certain things, right? Let's say because you got to understand, because a lot of people are going under, going down because of these spiritual manipulations, and that's happening because they're ignorant to certain shit. That's the only reason why. Because if you become conscious of this shit, you will not fall victim to this shit. You feel what I'm trying to say? I come around a lot of motherfuckers who I see the evil in them, and they know I see the evil in them, and they don't want me around them anymore. Some of them, they dismiss me from their presence, because they it's like when I look at people, it's like they feel exposed. You know that look when you did something, and you know a certain person would look at you, not everybody, but it's just a certain person would look at you, and it's like you feel guilty. Whatever it is you did, you feel guilty about whatever it is you did. Because like, even though it's like you're wondering, like, were they there? But no, I was there by myself. So how the fuck, like, they know something. Their eyes look like they know something. Yeah. They knew that they do know something. Whether they're conscious of what they know or they just know subconsciously. And so sometimes they may just ghost you. They don't even know why they ghost you, but subconsciously they know something that ain't right about you. And that's how I find sometimes I subconsciously, Six of Swords, just ghost people. I'm like, why the fuck did I block that person? Why did I cut that person off? But Spirit reveals something. I saw something. Spirit reveals something to me through my gifts, my abilities, about a motherfucker that I don't know yet consciously. But sometimes, like, days later, weeks later, months later, years later, I realize, oh, that motherfucker was a murderer. That's why I ghost that person. But I didn't even consciously know that. It's shit like that. If you know what I'm trying to say. So when I remember, like, going on the road some time ago, and you know, just the other day, and I turned around and like my eyes connected with the driver's. Like, I wasn't even really consciously penetrating or looking at him. Like, my gaze wasn't really focused, but it's like he felt like I felt a shift in his energies. Like, he felt like, damn, like, I don't know what the fuck that ninja did or is done or was trying to do. Maybe he was trying to kidnap me or something. But I had my elbow stuck over the window, so in case a motherfucker was trying to wind that shit up and go off with me, I'm like, no, my elbow is gonna restrict that shit, and would give me enough time to, if I gotta jump from that motherfucking vehicle, I'ma jump from that shit, rather than you take me away. So yeah, if I can't do that in a vehicle, rest my elbow on the window, fuck you. I'm not going anywhere with you. There are too many taxis about this fucking place. So, you know, I don't know what the fuck he's done before, though, or what he was trying to do. Sometimes they were probably trying to project on you. and you sense that shit and shut it down immediately. And they're like, oh, and they sense that shit. And we're like, damn, they found me out. And then you see that look of guilt on a motherfucker's face. But you gotta fucking know. You gotta know. You gotta tap into your spirit, man. Connect that conscious with this subconscious. I'm not saying everything we gonna know consciously while we know subconsciously. Because let me tell you something. The subconscious, man, memory is vast. For us to know everything in our subconscious, like consciously, didn't I not say earlier that can cause your system to go haywire? Okay, this 3D body can't handle that. Okay, but his career, yeah, Chris Brown, he gonna get justice though, just mark my words. Yeah, he gonna get justice. Spirit is on the case. Because he's a snake. Okay? And if you don't mind sharp, he's gonna be the one who's gonna transition Rihanna from this realm to the spiritual realm. I just get this feeling that something very bad is gonna happen to her. I remember getting a reading from an intuitive that somebody's been projecting upon someone else. That's her. And what weakened that person was they got pregnant. That's what fucked everything up. Because when you get a descendant, this was some deep shit, but it is real. It weakens your motherfucking ass. Yeah, when you procreate, whether you male or female, it weakens your ability to practice sorcery and witchcraft. And so that's why a lot of shit is falling away, for her. And the truth is, I mentioned this too in another video. And I know a lot of people is going to say, oh, you're just a fucking hater. Like, because some people, they're, like I said before, I'm going to say this again, some people's minds are so small, they cannot fathom certain things. And so if you tell them a certain celebrity was working with somebody else to try to hinder you from taking your place on the Wheel of Fortune, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this? Why the fuck would this bitch feel inferior towards you or threatened by you? Their minds are so small because they don't understand that, hey, those people, they came from nothing to where they are, though they sacrificed a lot of motherfuckers. Okay? But they transitioned from nothing to something. It wasn't by ethical means or balanced means, but they did move from something to nothing. So how are you going to be like, putting out other people? They're people just the same. They're people just the fucking same. A lot of them, they sacrifice a lot of blood. They sacrifice even their wombs. Some of them, they're pregnant. It's via in vitro fertilization. Because they fucked up their ability to conceive. Maybe they can carry babies, but they cannot, the act of conception itself cannot take place within their wombs. You feel what I'm trying to say? You got bitches who be like having that sex on men, collecting their sperm, putting it in containers, and paying doctors to inject that in their wombs. The heights of some women's manipulation, you would just be flabbergasted. The heights of what some women, they do to get knocked up by some of these men. And some of these men like, how the fuck are you pregnant with my kid? Oh, that's how. And they don't even understand how. Sometimes they be like fucking, let me not get too profane. Sometimes they be like having sex with these women. Unprotected sex. They're not getting pregnant because, like I said, they cannot get pregnant through natural conception. It is only through in vitro. The doctor's got to put that into a long fucking tube and shoot that motherfucker up in that. Because the canal, the womb canal, got fucked up. It's fucked up. All that black magic. When you do black magic, whether it's to sell albums or to this or to that, something dies in your life. If it happens the right way, when you wait on your timing, when you wait on divine timing, you wait on your time, nobody got to die for that shit to happen. It just happens. What dies is time. What dies is experiences. You go through the experiences, time passes, it dies, it transforms. And that's the sacrifice. But some people, they don't want to wait. So they kill their mamas, they sacrifice their mamas, they sacrifice their grandmamas, they sacrifice their granddads, they sacrifice their cousins, they sacrifice their sisters, they sacrifice their brothers, they sacrifice their children, they sacrifice their lovers, they sacrifice their spouses, they sacrifice their friends. Why do you think that chick, what her name is? Fuck her name, Melissa Ford, ain't around that chick anymore? Why the fuck you think? She done be sacrificing people. She sacrificed, was it the granddad or was it the grandma? Or was it both of them? She sacrificed some grandparent and the cousin. We're not saying people, they don't die. But if you look at how these celebrities' lives unfold, right before something major happens in their life, somebody dies. Just fucking pay attention. Or right after. So we know people, damn, that's a part of this 3D experience for people to die. But when did them motherfuckers die? Of course, you would have people would try to do that to some people, hurt their loved ones, because they want to paint that image that, oh, people are sacrificing their loved ones. But some of these motherfuckers, they have literally sacrificed their loved ones. Spirit just wanted me to say that. Okay? Literally. When I look at her, whenever I do see her in the media, like if I'm on YouTube and there's like a random ass video that pops up about her, whether it's in regards to her fashion line, she looks so sad. I can sense a lot of remorse, because it's like you've accumulated, you've done so much, you've sacrificed so much blood to get to where you are. You realize that, you know, rich people aren't better than anybody else. Being rich doesn't make you better than anyone else. There are people who are poor and they're quite contented and happy. They don't feel like they need to do what you did to get to where you are. And then you start thinking to yourself, then why didn't I allow myself to get to that height of, you know, spiritual enlightenment, in which I didn't feel like I had to, you know, sacrifice these people who I seemingly cared about at some point in my life to get all of this that don't even really matter, because there are people out there who don't care about that shit. They're beautiful. You're not more beautiful than they are. You're not better dressed than they are. Maybe the price tag on your clothes is more, but the clothes doesn't look better. Your body doesn't look better than a lot of people who don't got money. Your form, your face doesn't look better. But what's even more hurtful and worse is they got a heart of gold and you fucking don't. Because they would have never done that shit. Not even to the motherfuckers they don't even love. They would have never. And then you realize you are a scum. Whilst everybody be praising you and worshiping you, making you feel like you some goddess or some god. Deep, if you look at, I see a lot of these celebrities. You have no idea how many of them I actually see this energy on. People, they're worshiping them and praising them. That ninja came up to my spirit the other day. He was popping up in social media for some my social media feeds, uh, for some reason, and I realized it's the same energy I sensed on him, Kendrick Lamar, and I remember he did a song with Drake some time ago, "Bird Alive." I think that song was on one of Drake's album, "Take Care." I think was the name of the album. There was a song on that with Rihanna too. It's called "Take Care," I think, also. And Bumbleclad, that album was some kind of prophecy, because in one of the song, I'm trying to remember. I think it was in "Buried Alive." Was it in "Buried Alive" where Drake was saying like, no, another song on the "Take Care" album where Drake said, because Drake, his time is coming. You see, there's so much I want to talk about this sacrifice shit. I didn't know I was gonna be talking for so long. I swear, I never know I'm gonna talk for so long, and then spirit just takes me. Damn, this is so deep. You see, sometimes you see some of these seasoned artists. Let me not say artists. These, because art gives life. It doesn't take life. These are not artists. They're performers, actors. They're pretenders. They're shapeshifters. They pretend. We got good shapeshifters, bad shapeshifters. Like I said, good vampires, bad vampires, good witches, bad witches. But they be taking on some of these people under their wings. But guess what? It's so they can share in their fates, their cursed fates. Because you see the money, and I be telling people, being cursed, being blessed don't mean you got a lot of money. It means that whatever you buy and whatever you invest your energies in, they last. You got people out there, though they got a lot of money, nothing lasts in their lives. Not their love connections, not that TV, not that house. Every minute they got to be changing houses because some shit's going on in that house. Every minute they got to buy a new TV because that TV just all of a sudden it's not working. So you find that sometimes people wonder how you be poor and you manage to live. Well, bitch, I manage to live because I'm blessed. Because when I buy me a TV, that lasts for a lifetime. When I buy me a washer, that lasts for a lifetime. I don't gotta buy me washers after washers, TV after TV, because there's no curse on me. So I be telling people, listen, you brag about your money, scammers, they got monies, and they be bragging about that shit. Does that mean they're blessed? Hell no. Because so many of them, like witch doctors who they paid for guard rings, are after them, been after them. That's fucking old news. Because they've been seeking protection, physical and spiritual protection, for stealing people's shit. So people don't work black magic for their ass and to fuck them up, as well as for them to be able to hide from the feds. And these Obia men, Obia women, they be after their necks because they don't want to pay their portion. They don't want to give them their portion of the money. In fact, because they be in on the scams too. So a lot of times you see them taking on new artists, the new performers, because that's what they become. Even if they were artistic in any way, they lose that energy because art is life. They lose that and they just become mere performers. Fuck is this. That's why you don't do music because you want attention. You do it because, damn, it sustains you. It builds you up. It makes you feel good expressing yourself through musical notes, through lyrics. It's not just because you want bitches to flock you or ninjas to flock you or people to pay you mind. That's on some low petty ass shit. But that's what a lot of these performers, they do. That's why they're just performers and they're not artists. They're not artists. They're not musicians. So they sign deals with these seasoned performers and they take on their fortune. And I sense that on Kendrick Lamar. I see he's like, okay, time has passed. That's a lot. And this is mostly with the black performers. I don't pick up this energy from Caucasian performers. Not saying they don't do that shit. I'm gonna just put everybody in a general bracket as performer. It's as performers. Because until proven that they're not just a performer, then I will say otherwise, but just performers. So yeah, whether Caucasian, Black, Asian, whatever. But I don't really get this from the Caucasian performers. Nah. But mostly within the Black music industry, it's fucked up. I've been saying that for a long time. Because Black people, more than Caucasian people, love to practice sorcery and witchcraft. They're that Leo frequency. Sorcery, warlockery, witchcraft. Yeah, that's that, Aries, Leo, Sag frequency. So I'm not discriminating. I'm not discriminating. I'm not being prejudiced. There are more Black people who engage in black magic and sorcery than Caucasians. It's the fucking truth. That's what I know, spiritually wise. That's what spirits told me and has revealed to me time and time again. You feel what I'm trying to say? Caucasians are the least to engage in that, because even the Chinese, they more engage in that shit than Caucasians. Not saying you don't got Caucasians who do that shit. I'm just talking in terms of percentage, not percentage in terms of majority. Let's just say that, because I didn't give a value to say percentage. Well, you could say that, but I'm talking about in terms of majority and majority rules. Most Black people, they do that shit. Then Chinese, then I would say the Indians. Like I said, Caucasians are the least to engage in that shit. Sorcery and black magic. Okay? I want to teach about the different signs and which racial groups they are affiliated with and connected with, that they resonate with. I've been saying that for some time now. When the time is right, I will. So I sense like a lot of remorse and guilt. That's why you got Drake, he's kind of like simmering down into the background. Let me tell you also, we all get our 15 minutes. Not literally 15 minutes. Some people it's literally fucking 15 minutes. But, whatever is whatever, depends on your natal aspects. But you get your chance on the Wheel of Fortune. And when that is over, it don't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you collaborate with. It's just done. Your time is expired. I see this with a lot of people. And it's not just with, Sila, not just with performers. It's also like even people in media. News reporters, radio reporters, TV reporters, models. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter where your calling is or what path in life you chose, because some of these people, the path didn't choose them. It didn't choose them. They chose the path because they just want attention and whatnot, and that's why some of them are so fucking shitty. Yeah, motherfuckers, you're noisy as fuck. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, so don't think that you're gonna take center stage and be in the center stage, in the spotlight forever. It doesn't work that way. You come, you get your time, and when you get your time, you make the best of it, and then you exit the fucking stage, because somebody else gotta perform. Yeah, somebody else gotta perform. You feel what I'm trying to say? Nobody. If you just fucking notice, because like people don't notice this shit. Nobody stays in the spotlight forever. Beyonce had her chance. Rihanna had her chance. Sila, you see hella confirmation. Though those are some noisy as fucking neighbors, but those are confirmations with the car honking and blaring and shit like that. Serious confirmation. Synchronicities. Beyonce had her chance. Rihanna had her chance. But some people, they want to constantly stay in the spotlight. They don't ever want to exit the stage. Nicki Minaj had her time. Lil Wayne had his time. Here in Jamaica, there's this woman by the name, they call her Miss Kitty. She had her fucking time. Now nobody gives two fuck what she has to say. Back in the days, like a few years ago, like Everybody wanted to know what the fuck she wanted to she had to say, or what she was saying, and what she wore, and what she was in, what she was doing. Nobody gives a fuck about her anymore. They're focused on other people. You have a lot of dancehall artists here in Jamaica. Nobody gives a fuck about them anymore. They don't exist anymore. On in some way, they don't really exist. Like, maybe people like call their name once in a blue moon, but that's seldom. And like, they don't really have that clout to them. So stupid people, when they get their chance on the Wheel of Fortune, they waste it. They are frivolous. They squander. And that's why you got a lot of them, they go bankrupt, because they were not wise in their inheritances. That's a form of inheritance. Those are forms of inheritances. Where career is concerned, some is birthright wise. But like I said, some of these people, they chose a path. They didn't follow the path that chose them. But it doesn't really matter. They already spent that time doing shit they weren't fucking called to do. So I sense that energy from, you can always tell when they know their time is coming, because they start phasing into the background, and you can sense, like, you can see, I don't know if anybody else sees this, I see sadness and misery on a lot of them, their faces, because they did all of this extra shit, sacrifice people, act a fool in the public, and for fucking what? To die at a certain age, destined to die at a certain age, because they sacrificed the rest of the portion of their lives. That's just fucked up. Because for a certain great wealth, if like you go, like I said, if you're not destined for something and you try to get it, there's a hefty price for that. That's why you don't try to do something you were not called to do. It don't make no fucking sense. You gonna sacrifice people you supposedly cared about? Bitch, you didn't care about shit. But how though? You don't even care about yourself, because like, you in that deal too. You sacrifice yourself. You sacrificed yourself in that shit. Some of these bitches sacrificing their kids. I don't know why I'm getting something about Shensea's son. I wonder, like, I remember some time ago somebody commented to her baby daddy that he needed to get his son out of that shit, because she's taking his son into a whole lot of mess. That's if the kid is his kid, because these bitches, they be nasty as fuck nowadays. Sometimes they don't even fucking know who's the fucking father of these kids. I swear. It's the truth. Just got a funny energy where that, because I was gonna say where his kid is concerned, and then like spirit just swapped 50-50. So you like that instead, but like, yeah, sacrifice these kids. So much sacrificing, because certain things weren't destined for them, or it wasn't destined to come so quickly. Maybe not in the until the next 10 years, but they want it now, because they want to stunt on bitches. They want to prove on bitches and ninjas. That's why show off, bring disgrace. Because you refuse to wait, because you want to stunt and you want to show off. But time moves. It doesn't stand still. Before you know it, just, by the blink of an eye, 5 years has passed. 10 years has passed. For some of us, we gonna look the same age then. These bitches, they gonna look aged. These niggas, they gonna be look aged. And the worry and fear is gonna be on their faces, because now they know they owe Saturn something. They owe Saturn something. They owe what some intuitives may consider the devil something. That Capricorn frequency. I would more say they owe demons something. And I was explaining the difference between a devil and a demon. A demon is not wicked. It is evil, though. A devil is wicked, not evil. Evil is necessary, and so demons are necessary because they're evil. Because evil it is only evil that can slay the wicked. That's in the Bible. But like we said, there's a lot of shit that can guide you. That's in the Bible. But that don't mean that you should get all religious. There is sense everywhere. Even sometimes from the mouth of fools, you can get some form of wisdom. So don't get all giddy if you like you Christian and shit. But there is a lot of wisdom in the Bible. Evil, only evil slays the wicked. Now let me tell you something. Touching back on that Virgo frequency, Virgos walk with demons and angels. Because I tell you, Virgos are that thin line between life and death. The thin line between an angel and a fucking demon. So there's protection for Virgos on either side. Life and death, demon and angel. Not associating each with any particular frequency. Get that in your heads. A lot of knowledge being spit. A lot of wisdom being spit. A lot of understanding coming through. Is you open to the knowledge? Spitting all kinds of is you open to the understanding of these wisdom and knowledge that is being spat at you. So in that song that Drake did, what's the name of that song? Dead Body. It's on the Take Care album. So those 3 songs I want y'all to focus on. Buried Alive. That's like a confession of his death and him selling his soul, selling his life. And when soul selling is you sacrificing your ethics, your morals, your value code, even anything that you value or thought you valued, to gain something perishable in return, something vain in return. That's what it is. So you could have been against a certain group, like how they been out in Shinsia, how she was anti-homosexual. She used to say a lot of shit about against homosexuals just a few years ago. Now she's supposedly supportive of them. Now she's open to certain acts and practices, not bashing them. But I'm like, that is a form of soul selling, because you are changing what you believe in and what you are down with, because you want notoriety, you want to be accepted by the crowd. Now that's what soul selling is. It's a perfect example of soul selling. And I'm gonna watch to see if that guy takes down them videos that he uploaded of Shensia and them posts that she made some time ago. Because if he takes down the videos, I know that they're paying. Because I got this energy that he's being paid now by the people who are managing her to hide certain things. Because the truth is, those seasoned performers, ex-performers, they're trying to take her under their broken wings to share in their cursed destinies and cursed fates. And so they're willing to cover up certain shit so that the public they can bring her into that fold. So I'm gonna watch to see if he's gonna take down those videos, because it's gonna be hella confirmation that he's definitely being paid under the table. Because I got a shift in his energies. I sense a shift in his energies. The last set of videos that I watched on his channel. King Mix Up, that's the guy I'm talking. I mentioned him before. But we gonna see. Alright? So he's under spiritual investigation too, because there's so many people who are willing to sell out. Sell out the truth. So some people, they be doing this, they be doing that. But it's not because they really stand up for what's right. It's because they want attention. And they hope the attention will give them money. And when somebody comes and, okay, stop saying such and such. Stop saying so and so about such and such person. We pay you that. Just stop saying such and such. Oh, the energies they shift. They no longer spilling the beans. They covering it up now. You feel what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So listen pretty deeply into Buried Alive that Drake did with Kendrick Lamar, because that was his initiation to Kendrick Lamar's initiation. And you notice how they gotta always acknowledge these seasoned performers in their breakthroughs. It's a form of ritual, meaning that I don't know if they consciously know that it is them agreeing to share in the fate, the cursed destinies and fates with these seasoned performers or not, but that is what it is. Because some of them, they go into shit without knowing the full details. As spiritualists, people got our third eyes open, we're gifted to see certain shit. We know more than a lot of these people who are up in these messes. I'm telling you, a lot of them, they're dumbfounded, they're oblivious to what the fuck is going on. All they know is that they're gonna die at a certain time. Some of them, they didn't even realize until like a few years later, after the deal been done, after it's been a done deal. So even Dead Body. So in Dead Body, it was like he was saying something in Dead Body, like he got 10 more years to go. And now some people may say, oh, he's giving himself time. He's just gonna do like 10 more years in the industry since he released that, and then he's just gonna chillax. I'm not gonna put on anyone and say I'm gonna say you're stupid as fuck, but like I said, some people, their 3D bodies can only hold and process so much and no more. So I'm not gonna put them down. It is what it is. I just think it would be sucked to be some of them people to be so oblivious. I love being in a know and knowing certain things, and yeah, because it helps me to be humble and contented in whatever state I'm in, because I know that, listen, those people, they got hella price to pay. Sometimes they try to curse some of us who don't got shit to do with their lives. They just try to find a random Jane or Joe to pin their cursed destinies on. Like, bitch, I don't even fucking like you. You can only do that shit to somebody who likes you. And that's why you got to be careful of some of these people you're fans of, because they feed off of your energies and they can tap into your energies and sacrifice you like that. I don't like you. So you just say that. I don't like you. I don't like your energies. I'm not your fan. And you read yourself of them and their cursed destinies and their contracts, their soul contracts. You don't got shit to do with that. When you do that, you know that, A, you cannot sacrifice me, because, listen, I don't got shit to do with you. I'm detached from your energies and your frequencies. So that's like an example of what you could say to free yourself from some of these energies and these energies, these celebrities and their cursed fates and destinies. But it was like, definitely, if you listen to the rest of the words, and I can just forget, not everybody can read energies, just the energies, man. And listen to the rest of the words around the song. Like, he was so confident that nobody could kick him off of his high horse because he paid for that shit. So who the fuck gonna come in and say they better than him? Because listen, he like saying, bitch, I done sold my soul for this shit. It is guaranteed. And since it was guaranteed, damn, it's guaranteed that you're gonna have to give your end of the bargain for that shit. touching on Take Care now, that he did with Rihanna. Because these are 3 songs. 2 he did with, 2 were collaborations, 1 of himself. 1 was a collaboration with a male energy, 1 with a female. You see and then 1 by himself. You see that balance right there? It forms a kind of trinity, a triangle. Okay? 1 alone, 1 with a male, 1 with a female. You get the gist? Then the one that he did with Rihanna, it was like, okay, in that song, it was like, I'm a paraphrase. I don't remember how that song goes, and it's been a long time since I've listened to that song, like years. Okay, it was like just paraphrasing. It was like saying like some like people deceived her into signing a deal, a contract. If you listen to that song, you will pick up on which part of the song I'm talking about and what exactly it is, and you will like just try to connect. Ask spirit, open my third eye, connect me to you so I can really see the truth and hear the truth and feel the truth in this song. Okay, you got to learn to communicate with spirit. You got to believe to see and feel and perceive. Okay, all right, you got to meet spirit halfway, and that is opening up yourself to believe in and seeing. So it was like, it was saying like somebody was deceived into signing a contract, but it wasn't much deception. Somebody was just giddy. That's that Leo frequency, dragon frequency, 1988. Hasty. You feel me? And so he mentioned that in the song, and that really struck with me for a long time from even then. I think maybe that's why too I stopped listening to that song. It really struck. Like, she be saying she's coming back to music. It's not gonna work because that contract has been expired. And that's why you see her on to different shit. And she be like sacrifice that cousin to extend. And that's what they do, to extend their lifetime after they've sold their souls. That's what they do. That's why you don't see Melissa Ford around her anymore. Whether that was voluntary or involuntary, whether Melissa decided not to be around her anymore because she figured out what the fuck was going on, or I'm still trying to figure out what really happens there until spirit confirms what really happens. What really happened there, I'm not gonna say for a fact. It could have been her voluntarily deciding to step away, or involuntarily maybe, you know, the chick pushed her aside because she knew that eventually she would get fucked up in the process. So maybe she, I don't know. There could be some love there. There were rumors that they were lovers, that they used to do each other and shit like that. So, yeah. But still a lot of missing pieces to the puzzle. They're being filled in as time goes by. Even this is, this is like, I was like, like word vomit. Like, you heard me stuttering because like the messages were just coming through so fast. I wanted to get everything out there. Still trying to get everything out there. It wasn't much deception. Somebody just really wanted to be famous. And I remember that video. It should still be online, of her, saying something like, when she was younger, about probably 17, maybe 18, I think. I don't know, 16, I don't know. Young girl, and she was like basically begging people to listen to her music and to support her music. I'm talking Rihanna. And there was an air of innocence to her, but it's that Leo frequency that is so giddy and so anxious for everything to just happen now. And somebody couldn't wait. She couldn't wait.
So you see how things kind of like started taking off fast. She got in caught up. She got involved with Chris Brown, and from there, because she was like around and around with different people, relationships. Too, she was trying to build a clout off of those men. Shia LaBeouf, um, um, what is his name again? Josh, something of the sort. There were so many of them. She was trying to build her reputation off of those men. And of course, the people who signed her and got her involved in this shit, you can look at a lot of these people, even Jay-Z, and you can see that they don't feel like shit, or they feel like shit. Depends on how you see shit. They feel like nothing because people be praising them, and the shit they did to create them illusions, like they're like, damn, they're so lame. I'm just like, damn, you did all of that. You're not as dope as we thought you were. Damn. Whew. That's how the game really works. It's actually, as a matter of fact, it's actually a game. Okay, damn, that's crazy. So they do that shit. They set these women up with these different men to who've been there, done that, to build their names off of these men. And the same thing with these men. They put them around these women who've been there, done that, to build clout and a name, a reputation off of them. That's not the natural way. That's not the natural order. But I spoke about people not wanting to fucking wait, not waiting on divine timing. And then she got involved with Chris Brown. I'm not sure, when did she get involved with Shia LaBeouf, whatever the fuck his name is. Was it before or after? No, it was before Chris Brown. Because after Chris Brown, she was her reputation just rocketed after Chris Brown. Like, a bitch is what do you call it, quote unquote, in quotation, of course, because that's what they surmise is worth. Her worth, quote unquote, went up. Her quote unquote worth went up. Quote unquote went up. Her quote unquote worth, quote unquote, went up. Okay, that's how I should say. Well said. And then she, was with this guy, Matt Kemp, and other guys. And, if you notice, the more her career rose, the more those guys, their careers plummeted and went down. Pay attention, like, Shia LaBeouf was like a big thing at a point. I feel like she's a vampire. Like, that bitch just sucked the life out of everybody she got involved with. Matt Kemp, he was a somewhat a big deal. Like, he's like a nobody right now. I was saying, how you got good punani when you fuck with men, when you sex men, it makes them better, builds their clout and reputation. You don't tear them down. They don't become nobodies after that encounter. Like, bitches be wanting to get on their their energies. You feel what I'm trying to say? But, like, she gets with them, and it's like, I don't know, man. She sucks the life force out of all of these men. On some real shit. You got some people got great energies. They're like an energy house. And I literally heard an intuitive told me that was definitely my message. And that's why I said, like, if I would, like, tell people that the bitch been trying to feed off of my energies because she discovered me and wants to hide me from the rest of the world because she realized that I'm a powerhouse, good energies. People be like, oh, you just a fucking hater. What makes you think that she's greater than I am? She's just a human being. I'm a great woman. Because can any of you look at people and tell that they're fucking lying just by looking at them? Are you as gifted as such? Can you read people's minds? Can you protect yourself from energy vampires? Can you communicate with demons and angels and spirits? Can you transition people from one stage of their lives to the next? So why? Because people are in this vain energy where they think that it is all about money. And that's what makes somebody great. That's what makes a bitch great. That's what makes a ninja great. And there's so many of these people who you think are great who are feeding off of so many of us who you think are nobodies. That's why you gotta wake up, because a bitch could be feeding off of your energies. A bitch who's in the spotlight, who the world's praising, and those are your energies that bitch is in. I told you already a way in which you can detach from that bitch. Stop listening to their music if they do music. Do not support them in any way, shape, or form. Use your mouth to break the cord of connection and say, I free myself from that vampiristic connection. No one, nobody will feed off of my energies. My energies are my own. Call back your energy. I'm calling all my energies. I'm calling what belongs to me. I'm calling every single piece, every little piece. I'm calling it all back to me. Do some shit like that. And take back your power from these celebrities. Because that's what happens. That's that Leo frequency. Celebrities are not celebrities without y'all. You're the people who give them power. You're the source of power for them. Energy sources for them. Detach. Speak with your mouth. With your mouth you confess and you manifest. You, in your mind, you think it. With your mouth, you seal it. You feel what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Because a lot of them, even were taught the art of being vampires. They might have weren't innately been. Some of them were, they're innate vampires. But they were taught to be wicked vampires, like I said. To feed off of people's energies without their permissions. And they give you nothing in return. Oh, when they come and say, oh, we're giving this, I'm having this giveaway, or I'm giving this to some certain people in this community, to my community that I came from. Oh, to this group of women, to this group of men. That's not fucking giving back to you. That's about you who they're feeding off of. You get what I'm trying to say? And never sell your energies, even if they come, when they realize, the bitch pulled her energies from me. And they decide they're going to approach you and pay you. Oh, so now you decide to pay me for my energies, bitch, die. And you keep your energies, because without your energies, they will fucking die. You just let them fucking die. Either way, you're going to be free. And once you're free, you will start manifesting money and wealth for yourself. You don't need to sell your energies to anybody. If they use your energies to manifest wealth for themselves, why the fuck can't you do that for yourself? That you gotta sell your energies. Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. So, he initiated Kendrick Lamar. That ninja, I'm getting from Spirit, his time is about up, the same time Drizzy time is up. And his time been up. It's just a matter of time. He don't got long to live, Drizzy Drake. I'm just saying, he don't got a long time to live. That's why Rihanna, that's why she's so desperate to have a kid. Okay? Because of that possession shit that I mentioned earlier. She trying to try that shit. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. That bitch gonna be stuck in the afterlife. She gonna be stuck in the spiritual realm for even 1,000 years before she reincarnate for trying that shit. You don't give birth to a kid
to use their body as a host. Okay? That shit don't fucking work. Not working, not in the age of Aquarius. Wrong time to try that shit. Okay? So, not saying you should ever try that shit, ever. But especially not in the age of Aquarius. Sudden, swift justice and judgment. And shit being cut the fuck off. Swift and quick and fast. Okay? So, running got that shit done. And now, she's hoping that that won't work. Is it though? Is it? It ain't gonna work. That's like a last resort. This bitch been feeding off of my energies. And I detached from last year. I detached. She's tried something different. Plus, like I said, and then, oh, man, that bitch been doing a whole bunch of shit. I don't even know where the fuck to begin. Enemies here and there and every fucking where, fighting a war against Kendall Jenner, who don't fucking care about her. Trying to hold down a guy who's obsessed with Kendall Jenner while she's knocked up with another bitch who she's jealous of husband. She's knocked up by that bitch's husband. It's like a whole bunch of crosses and chaos going around her life, but she projects this illusion like all is fucking well. That's what them Pisces bitches they do. Bitches and ninjas, they do that very well. Sun in Pisces, bitches and ninjas. Year of the pig, bitches and ninjas. They're illusionists. Gotta be careful. I don't want a lover who's a sun in Pisces. I don't want a spouse who's a sun in Pisces. I do not like them Libras, but I would rather meet a Libra. My ex-husband, he's a sun in Libra. I don't want to be with a sun in Libra again, but I would rather be with a sun in Libra than a sun in Pisces. That's crazy. Those people are fucking crazy. And they hide their craziness. It's so fucking crazy. I don't want to be with an illusionist. I want to be with real and authentic people. You're not gonna like take me off guard and knife me in the fucking back. Bitch, no. Goodbye. You're not gonna knife me in my sleep. Good fucking bye. They're crazy as fuck. And they got dead eyes. I noticed they got motherfucking dead eyes. That I could go on. You know what? Let me just leave that right there. These motherfuckers are crazy. And I don't know. They remind me of Sag Rising. Sun in Pisces, Sag Rising. I don't know. They remind me of, or it's just because every Sun in Pisces that I know got a Sag Rising. It's so fucking weird. How the fuck? Bumbleclot. Rasclot. Guys, I'm not saying every Sun in Pisces is Sag Rising. That makes no fucking sense. If you understand astrology, you would know that makes no fucking sense. I'm not saying every Sun in Pisces is a Sag Rising. But I know several. And they're all Sag Risings. I swear. Oh my god. This is like so synchronistic. That's why I say like Sun in Pisces, they remind me of Sag Rises, because that's what the fuck is it? It is. Because all them bitches, they got their rising in Sag, or in Aries in the decan of Sag, or Mars in Sag. Bumbleclot. NASA? And then like even some of them, they even if it's another water placement, like Sun in Scorpio, and they be like maybe a Sun in Scorpio in the decan of Pisces. Bumbleclot. They means like Sag rising just the same. No sir. This is so synchronistic. It's not a coincidence. Just for me to decipher something and figure something out. I'm sure I'm receiving a download because I feel my energy
I feel my spirit, my body is like, oh my god, it feels so good when I'm receiving downloads. It's like a spiritual orgasm. I don't know. That's the only way I can describe it. Because I just received the download. Because oh yeah. Wow, it's like spirit wants to have a conversation with me. I'm gonna have to cut this now, because I find my spirit zoning out. No, my body zoning out because my spirit wants to connect. Spirit's pulling my spirit for a reason. It wants to have a conversation with me. So maybe it's gonna explain to me the whole sun in Pisces, Sag rising shit. But yeah. Just know this, guys. Like I said, there's like this like these dragons are trying to wage war against the snake, but dragons gotta understand that the snake is the original. That's what I'm getting from spirit. Dragons, the snake is older than you. Yeah, Virgo is more aged than Leo. Leo is the child. Aries is the baby. Leo is the child. Aries is a baby. Leo is a child. Virgo is the hermit, a spirit guide. Wow. You hear that word, spirit guide? Sila, confirmation in my stomach. We all about spirit. Don't fuck with us. The snake, let me tell you, the dragon is somewhat part snake. It's like crossbreed of a snake and a horse? What the fuck? Like a chimera. But I'm getting also in the back of my head, subconscious, the snake itself is a form of chimera, but the original chimera between spirit and another creature. But the dragon isn't fully connected like the snake is. The snake embodies spirit, represents spirit. It is the transitioner, Grim Reaper. When you think about Grim Reaper, that's not Scorpio, though Scorpio rules death and transformation. But the Hermit is what takes people from one existence to the other existence. So the Hermit, Virgo, Grim Reaper takes people from the living to dead, or from one being to the next. So it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. It just means that you moving from one way of being to another way of being. So from living one way to being another way, or to being another way. Let me leave it at that. So the snake is the original. That's what Spirit says. The dragon should not try to slay the snake. The snake, it does have a vertebrae, but the way it moves is as though it doesn't. The way it coils and wraps around, its vertebrae, and that's why it's spiritual and physical at the same time, because the vertebrae represents that physicality, the connection to the spirit, to the physical. But where is the vertebrae? All the way up there. And the way its body moves is like the vertebrae is in sync with the spirit. The physical is in sync with the physical is in sync with the spiritual, and so therefore It moves and it coils in every different however different way it wants to move. And coils, it can coil around the dragon, from tail to face and suffocate. You feel what I'm trying to say? It moves so swiftly within the blink of an eye, like time. It even seems to moves with and against time, because it moves so swiftly. It seemingly moves faster than time, but it is not going against divine time or divine timing. You feel what I'm trying to say? So the only reason why I said it seemingly moves against it, because it moves so swiftly. That's the snake. And that's how death is. And that's how transitioning is. It just happens like that. It may take a while for some people, but when it happens within the blink of an eye. How a Virgo moves within the blink of an eye. And I'm specifically talking about people born during that snake frequency. 1 minute they're here, 1 minute we're here, another minute we're there. You didn't fucking know how the fuck we got there. We're the Six of Swords. Nothing moves faster than air. Ish. And Chris Brown is gonna get a guerdon for all he's endured and been through. Because sometimes you see people, they try to sacrifice their energies for wealth, and at the end of the day, they gotta die and will us all that fucking wealth. I feel like something like that may happen for him. At the end of the day, they die and they will us all of that money. All the money they sacrificed their energies to accumulate. It's like, bitches were working for us. They try to hinder us from working. And it's like, at the end of the day, it was so we could relax and live a life of ease. And they work and labor for us. And at the end of that labor, when they cannot accumulate anymore, they just die. And the great guilt and remorse that is set upon them, they have no other choice than to will us all of their quote unquote hard work, all the work they achieved with aura energies. Because we've been through shit. We've been through shit because of what they did. So there was hard work for us, but it wasn't much toiling. It was a lot of pain and grief and heartache and disappointment. That is still a sacrifice. That is still hard work nonetheless. For having to deal with hardships we weren't destined to deal with. That, for having to deal with Saturn in a way in which we didn't have to confront or deal with Saturn, or in a way in which that Saturn didn't have to confront or deal with us. Projecting on us. For Saturn to have us a certain way. And once Saturn figures out that shit, you dead. Bitches are dead. Ninjas are dead. And Saturn plays on them. Saturn torments them for them to give us a guerdon, a reprisal for all we've been through, to give us payment, a recompense for all the wickedness they've done. And if they don't do that shit, Saturn gonna torment the fuck out of them until they do that shit. And then they die. And then Saturn gonna torment them in the afterlife. Because Saturn gonna pull on that moon frequency. That moon, which is a portal to the spiritual realm. Those are cardinal frequencies. Cancer, which is the moon. Saturn, which is Capricorn. Okay? Saturn, which is Cancer, which is the moon. Capricorn, which is Saturn. They work together. Yeah. So they work together to deal with your ass in this life
in the spiritual realm, and the fucking next. Pulling on other cardinal frequencies, Aries and Libra, Mars and Venus. You won't get fucked. There are a lot of bitches and ninjas being tormented right now in the afterlife. Right now in the spiritual realm. They would have been reincarnated already, but because of their fuckery in past lives, nah. Some of them will not get reincarnated until like 1,000 years. That's what's going to happen for another set who's about to die. You feel what I'm trying to say? And that's why it pays to be balanced. You're not a pussy. You're just wise. And that's all it is. I'm going to leave it here, guys, until next time. I want to apologize for a lot of this coming out like word vomit with the stuttering and the fast speaking. But like I said, let me tell you something. The 3D body, that's how it processes sometimes. I'm still recovering from that. It was like me channeling. I was channeling. As I say, a lot of people, the 3D body literally cannot manage connecting to spirit. Sometimes bitches, they be trying to steal your energies, and it causes them to go into a state of shock, a state of it causes them to go in a state of shock, a state of sometimes they experience seizures, big seizures, because physical or spiritual seizures, or mental seizures, or financial seizures. But when they try to leech off of your energies and your energies are too much for them, it causes all kinds of mayhem and distress, and adverse effects in their lives. Okay, so you gotta be careful, bitches. I mean, gotta be careful, because be connecting to spirit and receiving so much download and trying to dispense all of that. It's like spirit's been prompting me to talk about Chris Brown for days now. I'm like, I just cannot bother talking about these motherfuckers. And then, here I am talking now, and like everything's coming out like word vomit. Like, oh yeah, it's a lot of shit. But everything is everything. Because maybe I wouldn't even have touched on the Kendrick Lamar situation and Drake situation as a part of it, Maybe I wouldn't have. Why do you think, like, even, Drake and Chris Brown, they squashed their beef? Because they realized they were two fucking victims, man. They realized they were victims. They were victims. In a sense, because, like, she played them. Because Zeri did that song, felt sorry for her. Because she to people who knows, how things goes on in the industry, like him, like Zeri was, like, feeling sorry for a bitch. Because, like, you figured out certain shit, but what he didn't figure out was, like, she was fucking lying. So, yeah, she didn't know the full details, but that's her own fucking fault. And so, like, he was, like, feuding with Chris Brown, and he realized that, listen, that don't even make no sense, man, because she tricked both of them. And that's how a lot of these energy vampires feed off of your energies. They get you to feel sorry for them. Don't feel sorry for it. It's not everybody you feel sorry for. It doesn't matter what state you see them in. You got to learn to protect your energies, balance your energies, where in which, you are not going to allow yourself to feel sorry for just about anybody. You got to know the truth and nothing but the whole truth. So help you God. Before you offer any empathy, or, and it should not be sympathy, empathy. Okay, and before you give a bitch empathy or a ninja empathy, you gotta know the download. Or just cut your fucking energies off of that shit and pay no mind. Okay, if that be the case. If you're not interested in the details, just cut your fucking energies off from the whole shit. And leave people who got their third eyes open and who's, open to what's really going on.
leave us to deal with that fucking shit. You feel what I'm trying to say? So, don't even come to their defense because you don't know shit. If you're not sure, just don't fucking say shit. Because eventually they're going to be leeching off of your energies and like all kinds of shit be happening in your life. And you be like, how? Why? You don't even realize it was since you've been like defending that bitch. Like, just don't defend these people. Just because like there are some people like, oh, leave such and such person alone. Like, damn. Is you on their payroll? Is is this person feeding you or something? Why the fuck are you so defensive over this person? Just have several hoes sit down bitches and ninjas. Cause this acting like you like or are these, these bitches and ninjas, hiding on their dummy accounts and commenting all kinds of fucking shit. Oh, fuck that. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. So, I'm gonna leave it there anyways. A lot of these bitches, they need to stop, like Rihanna and Amber Heard and other bitches out there who just manipulating the system where domestic violence is concerned. These bitches are hot-headed. Let's not forget how Rihanna was. The only reason why she seems so passive now is because, in a way, too, because that bitch is still inside of her. It's because she knows her time has expired and she's just really worried. That's what I see on her. I don't see humility. I see fear and worry. Even when they were like, how do you feel about becoming a billionaire? You could see that she didn't feel happy or exuberant at all because she knows all of what she did to get to where she's at now. She knows all the people's energy she's been feeding off of to build her reputation. She knows all the nasty wicked deeds and sorcery and black magic she's been doing to get to where she's at. The sacrifices and the blood sacrifices she's made, the pacts she's joined, and her time has expired and, it's come to an end. She fucking knows. And y'all gonna get the confirmation to everything that I'm saying. And Spirit says pretty soon. I'm gonna see how soon that is. Okay? Yeah. She did not look happy. Plus, we know about the cheap labors that they be paying people in these poor countries, and then they be selling these stuff for a whole bunch of money. It's like one of the biggest, unethical practice in, the entertainment industry, capitalizing off of, poor people. They're making so much profit, but why aren't these people being paid or compensated, well enough for, making you make so much money? You feel what I'm trying to say? So there's a lot of shit going on. But because they want to be considered and labeled millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, they do all kinds of unethical shit. And it don't make sense you even acknowledge these people because you're pretty much co-signing the fuckery that they're doing, abusing people, mistreating people, and not only just co-signing what they're doing, but you're also encouraging other people out there to do that same fucking unethical set of shit and practice to get there also so that you guys can praise them too. So it's a cycle. You don't praise people for doing shit like that. It just don't happen like that. There's a lot of shit, dark shit that happens behind the scenes. And a lot of people, they don't care about behind the scenes shit. They just care about the surface level shit, the glitz and the glamour. They're just so fucking shallow. Their minds are shallow. And so their perceptions are fucking shallow just the same. And they're okay with that. But away with them motherfuckers, because they're just a waste of human existence. And they're just they just support the suffering in the world because of their ignorance and their reluctancy to see beyond smokes and mirrors. Those people are just a waste of existence. They can perish for all I fucking care. Because we don't need some mindless bots up in there. We don't need no bots. Because bots are mindless. Let's just say that. Tired of the fucking bots, okay? We need some real motherfuckers up in this bitch. Okay, so I'm literally really done because I can't believe this is almost 2 hours. This is just literally this is 2 hours because this is like the second recording. Add that to the next one. That is definitely like 2 hours. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Namaste. Until next time. Mwah.